I want to talk about something called support networks, and I feel like this actually hits home for almost anybody, whether it is the top players. We look at Zero, ESAM, Mango, Armada, Leffen, um, or you look at the average player. You look at players. Just the TLDR is that everybody needs a support network of something. People that they can rely on, that they can trust. They can grieve with. And I realize that actually it's really important. It's really hard to get through anything by yourself. And my gut instinct, to be honest, is I don't think Zero's doing really well. And to be public facing, to be a figurehead, to be performing, even to do pools and to go 0-2 week after week, or narrowly miss or lose because of a mistake, it can get really hard and depressing. And as a content creator, that could also be depressing. Not hitting viewership, not getting the break you need, feeling the grind, and overall, like, it can get to your head after a while. And I really do believe that emotions are not really good to be bottled up. And growing up in an Asian culture, and especially being a male, I was always told to bottle up my emotions, to be quote unquote a man. Like, a man should never show tears. These are the values that I grew up on. And unfortunately, like, it's been one of the things I've had to struggle through and learn throughout the year, is being able to balance and just be okay with the fact that grieving over something sad is okay. Being angry and letting that out is okay. And being expressive and not letting emotions bottle up and let it creep out in ugly ways is okay. It's healthy. And you need people. You need to find great people that can support you and say, like, hey, like, Daniel, you're doing a good job. Like, you just hang in there. Like, I understand this sucks, but like, everything's gonna be okay. And everybody needs that assurance. You look at great figures, and they probably had countless people that supported them. And likewise, like, this is one of the most important things that you can invest in. And one of the things that I was taught was that if you want to run fast, you run alone, but if you want to run far, you run with a friend, because that friend will push you, that friend will drive you, that friend will motivate you, that friend will encourage you. And so this is like why I've been really emphasizing relationships and building relationships with people, because it's going to be one of the most important things. It's one of the things that will help you survive. It will help you survive the grind. It will help you stay sane. And I think, I look back at my life and I look at all the times where, like, I just couldn't emotionally control myself, and I went through deep streaks of depression. A lot of it was because I was trying to tackle things by myself. I isolated myself. I made myself feel alone. I felt completely helpless. I felt like people didn't want to help me. And boy, like, was I, like, really wrong on all that? And a lot of my issues and a lot of my productivity could have helped, if I, actively engaged in finding a support network. So whether you're a player, whether you are a top player, figurehead, a money pot filler, do your best to find and invest in people that will also invest in you. And this is something that's really important in life. Outside of Smash 2, whether you're working a job, whether you're working through school, even if you're in college, having people that will have your back and support you regardless is going to help you through. And I can't emphasize that enough, that community is one of the most important things to sustain yourself. So anyway, that was my little spiel. That will go up on YouTube. But I can't emphasize just how important a support network is to just surviving and being sane.